Hey guys, today I have another guitar tutorial. This one is Professor Layton's theme from Professor Layton and the Curious Village and, well, all the other Professor Layton games. So this is a really cool song. I thought I'd learn it on electric guitar just for fun. So yeah, and I'm going to teach you how to play it. Alright, so here's the first part. When the violin or viola or whatever, when it comes in, here's the first notes it plays. So that's just all on the G string. It's 7th fret, 8th fret, and 10th fret. Like that. Okay, so after that, hit the 10th fret on the G string again, and work back down 8, 7. And then skip a string and go to the A string, 11th fret, and 10th fret. Like that. Then you have two little hammer-ons from 8 to 10 on the A string, so like that. Then, so this run is just 8 on the A string, 10 on the A string, 11 on the A string. That is 8 on the D string and 10 on the D string. Then you end up back on the 7th fret of the G string. And you do what we did before, you just go 7, 8, 10 on the G string. Okay, that's the next one. So again, hit 10 on the G string. Then you have 8, 7 on the G string. Then you kind of go chromatically down from there. So you have on the D string 11th fret and 10th fret. So like that. So from that 10th fret, do like a pull off to the 8th fret, and then you have 11, 10 on the A string. And then finally you have the 8th fret on the A string. So all together. that's the first section. Okay, so here's the second part. It starts out like this. Yeah, okay, like that. So start on the G string, 7th fret. Hit it twice like that. Alright. Okay, so now you have 7 on the G string again, 8 on the G string, 10 on the G string, and then up to 8 on the B string. Goes pretty fast, so then you work your way back down, so 10 on the G string, 8 on the G string, 7 on the G string. Like that. And then you just hit the 7th fret again and back up to the 8th fret. Like that. Okay, that's the next one. So start out on the 10th fret of the A string, then go up to the 10th fret of the D string, then you have 7th fret of the G string. You just work your way back, or up and back down. So 7 on the G string, 8, 10, 8, 7, all on the G string. Like that, and then back to 7. And just continue working your way back down the same way you came up. So that's 10 on the D string and 10 on the A string. Like that. Okay, so that's the next part. So you have 10, 11 on the A string, then 8, 10 on the D string, back to 8 on the D string, and just work your way back down, so it's 11, 10 on the A string. Then you have 8 on the A string. So this is just a little 3 notes thing. Okay, 8 on the A string, 8 on the D string, and 10 on the A string. Just like that. Then you have this little run, so 8 on the E string, 10, 11 on the E string. Then you have 10 on the A string and 10 on the D string. Oh, my bad. And you're working your way up back to this 7th fret on the G string, and basically do the same thing again that we just did. Well, a similar thing, it changes at the end. So we do that one again, it's the first one we did, it's the same thing. Like that. And then this one's a little different. Yeah. Okay, so this one is 11 on the A string, 10 on the D string, 7 on the G string, so, right? Then 8 on the G string, 10 on the G string, so, right? Now, sorry. Okay, yeah, go back to the 7th fret on the G string, and then this is just 8th fret on the D string twice, and then 10th fret. So, like that. And now, yeah, that's the last little part. That is just 10 on the A string, then 7, 8, 7 on the G string, and end on the 10th fret of the D string, just like that. And that leads into the next part. Okay, here's the next section. The violin solo comes in like this. Alright, so starting on the 7th fret of the G string, it goes up like that, but between each note you hit this note. So it goes like this, 7th fret of the G string, and then you hit this note, which is the 5th fret of the D string. So it goes 7th fret, 8th fret on the G string, with this note in between. Then you hit that again, go up to the 6th fret of the B string, hit this 5th fret on the D string again. So and then once you get to this note, you don't have to hit this note again. So this is just an octave up. So 8th fret on the B string. So okay. Once you get to this note, just go back down to the 6th fret of the B string. Then slide up to the 11th fret. And go back to the 8th fret. So like that. Then you have 8, 7, 8 on the G string. Oh, my bad. Like that, so. Okay. Alright, that's the next part, so. You have this little chromatic run. Well, it's not all chromatic, so. Hit this 10th fret of the D string. Then hit the 7th fret of the G string, and from this point is chromatic. So 7th fret on the G string, 8, 9, 10, and then 7, 8 on the B string. And end up on this note, which is 8th fret of the B string. We just again go back to the 6th fret of the B string. So yeah, same thing as earlier, slide up to the 11th fret. Like that. Okay, so once you're up here, on the 11th fret, go ahead and go to the 8th fret on the B string. And then you have a pretty quick 10th fret on the G string, and back up to the 8th fret on the B string. And this is 8, 7 on the G string and 10 on the D string. Okay. Okay, so from the beginning. Alright, that's the whole violin solo, but I think, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going in this section. So the accordion solo is next. It starts out like that. So starting on the 10th fret of the A string, so 10, 11 on the A string. Then on the D string you have 8, 10, and then you have 7, 8 on the G string, like that. Okay. After that you have 8 on the G string again, 7 on the G string, and then 8 on the D string. Alright. Okay, that's the next part. You're going to want to do a slide up to the 10th fret of the G string. Okay, so then go chromatically down, so yeah, 10 on the G string, and then you have 9, 8, 7, then jump down to the D string, and then you have still chromatic, 11 and 10, like that. Then you have, so you hit this 10th fret on the A string, like that, and very short, so even palm muted, even though that's impossible on an accordion as far as I know. So 7 and 8 on the G string are the notes there. So and you have this 10th fret on the A string again in the middle of them, so like that. So the whole accordion solo so far. Alright? Okay. So here's the next part. 11 on the G string, 12 on the G string, back to 11, go to 10 and then 8 on the G string. Then you have 12 on the D string, and then back to 8 on the G string. Just like that. Alright, and then. Okay, so do a slide up to the 11th fret on the B string, 8th fret on the B string. Then on the G string you have 8, 10, like that. Okay, that's the last part. So another slide into 12 on the G string. Then you have 12, 11, 10, 8, that same shape we did just a second ago. Right? Okay. Then you have 10, 8, 7, and back to 8. Oh, my bad. Okay, the last two notes are 7 and 10 on the D string. So 7 on the G string, 10 on the D string. Okay, yeah, you get the idea. So this next section is going to be the hardest one. Okay, so this is the hardest part by far to play, but it is also the most fun part if you can play it. So yeah, let's get started. This is like the opening into this whole deal, so that little run. Okay, so you have 10 on the D string, 7, 8, 7 on the G string, and then 10, 8 on the D string. Alright, we're just getting started. So right after that, you have this huge, crazy long accordion sort of deal. So it's probably easier on accordion if you're a good accordion player than it is on guitar if you're a good guitar player. So that's why this is kind of ridiculous. It's the same notes, but it's really awkward on guitar. So and it's really fast to play anyway. So we're gonna work through it though. So okay, so this first little deal: 7, 8, 10 on the G string, 8 on the B string. That's the first going up. Okay, so after you hit that 8th fret on the B string, you go 7th fret on the G string, 10th fret on the D string. Okay, yeah, like that. And immediately work your way back up, 7, 8, 10 on the G string. And move all your fingers over one and then down one. And you have on the B string 8, 11, 8, 11, 9, 8. So like that. Like that, and then that's just 10, 8, 10 on the G string. That. And then this next little chunk, you have this little hammer-on pull-off thing. So start out on the 8th fret of the G string. Okay. Then hammer-on pull-off 7, 8, 7 on the same string. Then go to 8 on the D string. And from there, immediately work your way back up. So you have 8 on the D string, 10 on the D string, 7, 8, 10 on the G string, and same idea that we just did a second ago. So you have 8 on the B string, 11, 9, 8. We just did this. So okay, this time it's so when you get to the G string, it would be 10, 8, 7, 8. So this whole thing so far. Like that. Okay. And this next little part is where things start to get a little crazier, and you can really tell it's not meant for play on the guitar, but we're going to do it anyway. Same rhythmic idea, just different notes. So this time we're starting on the 10th fret of the D string, work your way up 7, 8, 10 on the G string. Then you have this big stretch here. So 10 on the D string to 5 on the D string. So that's 5 right there. Alternatively, you could do 10 on the A string and kind of have like a sweep picking deal going on. I think that's really uncomfortable to do. So, I mean, if you think it's easier, so, you know, it's up to you. I'm not the decider of these kinds of things. So anyway, go back up to the 10th fret of the D string and work your way up back on the 7, 8, 10 of the G string. Then you have another kind of weird jump that you don't normally see. So this is the 6th fret on the high E string, coming in from 10 on the G string. So this is the easiest place I could find for this note. Otherwise, it's right here on the 11th fret of the B string. And you have kind of a weird pinky jump thing if you do that. So, I mean, if you think that's easier, then go right ahead. But I think it's easier to just hit that 6th fret on the E string and do the string skip there. Then after you do that, go back down to the 10th fret of the G string. And you have 10, 8, 7 on the G string, and then 8 on the D string, and then 8 on the G string after that. So that whole little deal. Alright, and then you have this same sort of hammer-on pull-off thing as last time. So hit this note again, the one we just left off on, which is 8th fret on the G string. Then you have the hammer-on pull-off 8, 7, or 7, 8, 7, sorry, to 8 on the D string. We just did this a second ago. Right? And this time you still work your way up. So when you get here, 10 on the D string, 7, 8, 10 on the G string. Okay, this time it's a little different. You hit the 10th fret on the G string twice, so it goes like this. You hit it twice, and then you have this high note on the 6th fret of the E string again. So after you hit that, you just work your way back down. 10, 8, 7 again. So after you work your way down, these last 3 notes are 8, 7 on the G string, and then 8 on the D string. So, it goes like that. Okay, and it doesn't stop there, but I'm going to end the section here because this recording is running on for a while. So yeah, there's more to this section. Okay, so here's the second half of that big long crazy part. So started off like this. Okay, it starts off ridiculous. Alright, yeah. I'm not used to just doing that part, so kind of starting there is kind of weird, but okay. Right, so this is the hardest part of the whole thing, I think. Alright, so 7, 8, 10 on the G string, and up to the 8th fret on the B string, just like the first little part in the last section. Okay, and the next note is on the D string, which is kind of weird. It's on the 8th fret of the D string. Then you have this this deal, 8, 5, 8 on the D string. So what we have so far: 7, 8, 10 on the G string, 8 on the B string, and then 8, 5, 8 on the D string. Okay, like that. And then you have 8 on the G string and 11 on the B string. So sounds like that. Okay, and that part is so after you hit this note on the 11th fret, you have another note on the 8th fret of the G string. Then you have 11, 9, 8 on the B string, like that, and then which is 9, 8 on the B string and 10 on the G string. So this whole thing, I'm going to play it slowly. Yeah. Like that. This is pretty ridiculous. I mean, I don't know a better way to do it. It's not like so crazy that I have to change it, but and here's the next part. So it's that same sort of hammer-on pull-off thing that we've done. This is the third time now. So hit this 8th fret on the G string, then you have 7, 8, 7 on the G string, and it's the same thing. So 8 on the D string, 10 on the D string, 7, 8, 10 on the G string. And here's the next hard part. Alright, so after you work up, you have the, what's this, the 8th fret on the high E string, 8 on the high E string, and back to 7 on the G string. Then you have 11 on the B string. Okay, so just this a little bit so far. So yeah, 11 on the B string, back to 7 on the G string. Okay, and then you have, so you just have to kind of move your hand accordingly. So this is 5 on the G string to 7 on the G string, same string. Then you have 4 on the G string. This is 5 on the D string. So that fits in like this. Like that. Then you have this C minor arpeggio, 2 octaves. So start on C, which is on the 3rd fret, A string. I don't know if you can see that. And then you have 3rd fret on the A string, 1st fret on the D string, and to 15th fret, no, 5th fret on the D string. Like that. Then the next octave is the same notes, 5th fret on the G string. This is 6th fret, or 4th fret, sorry, on the B string, and 8th fret on the B string. Like that. And then you have. So that's just 5 on the G string. You have 5, 7, 8 on the G string. Then you have. So it's like a hammer-on pull-off thing. Starting on the 7th fret of the G string, 7, 8, 7, 5, like that. And you have 5 on the D string, or sorry, yeah, 5 on the D string, back up to 5 on the G string, then 4 on the G string, up to 7 on the G string, and then on the 5th fret. Alright, this last little chunk is try and play it along with the song. It goes really quickly, and with some practice, you should be able to do it. I think it's really hard, so yeah. But if you can do that part, then the rest of the song is really easy. So yeah, that's the end of the section. Okay, so after all that madness, this next section is nice, slow, and easy. So it sounds like this. Okay, yeah. Starts out like that. So starting out on the 5th fret of the G string, 8th fret, 7th fret. Then we have the 4th fret of the G string. So those are the notes so far. Then you have the 5th fret of the G string, and then the open G string. So those last two notes are 7th fret on the G string and 4th fret on the G string. Oh, my bad. Like that. This next part. Okay, so again, similar rhythmic pattern here. So you have 5th fret on the G string again, 8, 7 on the B string, like that. Then that is 7 on the G string. So, right. Then you have 6 on the B string, to 4 on the G string. So. And then up to 7th fret on the G string. And then you have the open G string twice. And then there's a little pause before a melody kicks back in. So I'm just going to end this section here, and the next section will be the last one. Okay, so here's the last section. After this section, the song just kind of fades out. So it goes like this. Okay, yeah, it starts out like that. So starting off on the 5th fret of the G string. So you have 5, and then open G string. Back to 5. So this is 5, 7, 8 on the G string. And this is the 6th fret on the B string. Down to this note, which is 8th fret on the D string. So far. Like that. Here's the next little section. Back to the 5th fret. So 5, 7, 8, and hit 8 twice. Then you have 8 on the B string. Like that. And then you have 6th fret on the B string. 8, 6, 8. Still on the B string. And to end that little part, you have 7 on the G string. So far. Alright, like that. And here's the next part. Okay, so pretty similar to the previous part we just did. So 5 on the G string, 8 on the B string. Then you have 6 on the B string, and then work your way back up to the 6th fret again, which is 7th fret on the G string, 8th fret on the G string, and then back up to the 6th fret on the B string. So like that. Then you have 8th fret on the D string. So like that. Okay. goes like that. So back up to the 5th fret again. So 5th fret on the G string, 7th fret on the G string, 8th fret twice, like that. Slide all the way up to the 11th fret of the B string. Then you have 9 on the B string, 8 on the B string, 6th fret on the B string twice, and then 8th fret again on the B string. Alright, that's the whole thing. So hold on, let me just go through that part one more time. So this whole section that we just learned, that's repeated twice, and it kind of fades out at the end of the song. But yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching, I guess.